Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look at Hbar, and just before we do, not a financial advisor. Just got to let you know that if you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy what you learn here today. My goal is to help you become more of an effective, self-sufficient trader, which is why I have a trading community. Check that out in the description below. I actually send out signals for every single trade that I take, and it's fully automated through Cornix. Through Telegram. So awesome little situation. Again, check that out in your own time. But take a look here at one-day chart for Hbar. First of all, something to celebrate. We're above the 50-day simple moving average again. That's important on the one-day chart specifically. We also had this recent breakout that kind of receded, but is trying to close above on the one-day candlestick, right? It's trying. It hasn't quite gotten there yet, but we'll see what happens here soon. Bottom line here, though, is that we do have a pretty strong, which appears to be still a resistance level, about 41 cents. So we got to respect that and help, just understand that that is probably going to hold. If this does close below, which it's likely to do, then it might work as a resistance, but it may also just break on through as well, because Hbar has a strange tendency of kind of going on these little short spurts. Yes, it did that yesterday and today, but I think there's a chance we could continue to move forward. And the main reason why I think that is just based on the fact that we're above the 50-day moving average as well. There's a few other momentous indicators I looked at earlier, and I'll show that with you here. But here's something to celebrate too. We're above 50 on the RSI. Not a lot of people understand this, but 50 on the RSI can work as a support level, resistance level, or essentially just a dotted line. So right now it's working as a support because, as you can see, majority of the time the Hbar is spent has been above this line. So it's above here. So bottom line here is if the price were to retrace a little further and we see a bounce off the 50, that could very well progress upwards and essentially on through to the next, to break this resistance level, for lack of better terms. So that's a really good sign there. I really like that. I celebrate that. And that's a good sign for Hbar. We also had a convergence here on the MACD roughly a day ago. Actually, it was 2 days ago, so we can mark that here. We'll take a quick look on the Ishimoku cloud and kind of see how that correlates, but still looking good. So on the 4 hour, let's take a quick look here as well. Furthermore, we want to take a look beforehand at the moving averages. We do have both the 50 and the 200 working as support levels, right? So this could very well continue to push the price up eventually, right? It may not happen right away, but I think there's an eventuality here that we're seeing where the price will just kind of slowly work its way up. Now, Hbar, even though, yes, it did very well in this time frame here, I wouldn't expect it to ramp up again that quickly. I hope it does, don't get me wrong, but it just has a tendency of kind of going sideways. And if you were to kind of ever look at shorter time frames, it's a very difficult one to day trade. So you want to just be careful, and I would say only recommend swing trading this guy. That being said, let's move on to the 1 hour chart, kind of take a quick look at the cloud and kind of see where we're at here. So Ichimoku cloud. As we can see, this line on the 1 day chart, basically the MACD convergence told us, hey, we got a buy signal. And right there at around the same time when the price broke above the cloud, we got that same buy signal. So that's really awesome there. Another thing that's really cool too is the fact that the cloud is tentatively working as a support level. So this could very well drive the price back up above this resistance. And if it can close above that, we're looking pretty good, right? So simply put, price below the cloud considered a sell signal. When it's above the cloud, a buy signal. And it's within right now, so it's basically a no touch. So hopefully, if all goes well, the price will break above here, kind of hold above the resistance, then eventually break above the cloud, and that would effectively hold the price action in place. So that's another reason why I kind of feel like we might see the price continue. I wouldn't say necessarily upwards, but if nothing else, at least sideways. We need some sideways action here from Hbar to kind of recover from this massive pump and dump that just happened. Okay. So good stuff there, all in all. I mean, I still feel bullish on Hbar. I think it's a slow bull, if that makes any sense. But it's definitely going to work out fairly well if you're to hold on to a position. That's why Hbar, again, is a very good swing trade opportunity. Catching these small little increases can be difficult because a lot of times we have very large wicks and small candles, and that does have a tendency of affecting things. Let's take a quick peek at TD Sequential and kind of see where we're at, and we'll call it a day here. So we can see we got a 1 reset down to a 9, and we got this previous consolidation. So we basically reached a state of exhaustion here for the bears, and now it's time to recover and bounce back. But what's nice is consolidating and increasing at the same time. So for lack of better terms, we could have roughly 6 more hours of bullish momentum to the upside. That's a really cool thing. So all in all, I think we're looking very good here for Hbar. Big picture, I still think that we're going to be able to hit our profit targets. The second profit target that we have for our community, or I forget if it's our first, but it's right around 50 cents. So that's the target we're shooting for. And I know we got in a few weeks ago, and it's just kind of working its way up. We kind of got a taste of it here today, but it didn't quite get there, and that's perfectly fine. But truth be told, there's still more gas left in the tank for Hbar. It will continue to progress upwards, albeit likely slower. It needs to kind of reset and calibrate and then slowly increase. I don't see any major bullish indicators here, but I don't see a lot of bearish ones either. So it's kind of a good sign we're above 50 on the RSI. And I ultimately think that that recent MACD convergence could keep pushing us a little higher because we do still have a little bit of time. Also note as well, and this is very common too, that's why we probably saw the reset here today. This is a 3 white soldiers. So if you're not familiar with that, look it up if you'd like. But this is basically, when you see 3 green candlesticks on the 1-day chart, it very much kind of tells you that you're going to likely see a reversal. It works on the 1-week chart as well. But the bottom line, 1 day, 1 week, regardless of the time frame, within those 2 time frames, if you have 3 bullish candlesticks in a row, the 4th candlestick's almost always red. Okay, and that's just kind of that natural law, the fact that it kind of moved up too quickly and it has to correct itself. Bitcoin's doing the same thing on the weekly chart, if you didn't notice that. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and take a quick look at that example here. If we look at the 1-week chart, 1, 2, 3, and then we've got the red candle. It's really standard, really normal. So that's just kind of what you're looking at there. One last thing too, I got the Bitcoin price point pulled up here, just so you guys know, we do have a reverse head and shoulders pattern that formed, and it's looked like it's going to break to the upside. So, get in while you still can. There's a good chance we might see the price take off tomorrow. All right, so that's everything I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me here. Feel free to jump into my Patreon community and see if you like that. I got a video that helps you understand what that entails. Again, send out signals for every single trade that I take, and it's a growing community. Get in while you still can, because technically the price will be increasing in December, and you can lock in your rate in November if you'd like. Again, your choice, all good. Either way, thank you so much for joining me here. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you.